Welcome to the most important story never told. 1. Look around. Understand that the very people and civilization you are here to rescue from themselves are also, temporarily at least, and through no real fault of their own, our sworn enemies. 2. Money is a tool of control invented by the Archons and implemented by your banking families. 3. May we all stand tall together in the face of those forces, here and elsewhere, that seek to enslave us. 4. The devil and hell are mental whips created by the Archons to keep humanity enslaved to their system. 5. You are blessed and cursed with consciousness, my child, in a society that has done everything imaginable to remove your kind from its gene pool. 6. The Illuminati are the willing terrestrial servants of the Lord Archon, who demands everything from war to chaos as offerings that create loosh. 7. Imagine a piece of spaghetti that looks edible but that never ends once you start sucking it in. That's fame in a nutshell. 8. In my experience, women can balloon for no reason at all. 9. You just need to be convincing enough to fool the public. That's easy. 10. An important teaching of martial arts is that the whole world is a dojo. What we learn in here can be applied out there. And vice versa. 11. If engaging in peaceful protests makes you a terrorist, then, yeah, he's a terrorist. 12. Anytime you see dichotomies that ignore the human experiment's infinite nuances, you can be certain you are encountering the archotic mind. 13. It's a strange but well-documented fact that the most extreme events and situations can bring out the deepest parts of ourselves. 14. And who with any theatrical sense doesn't like a little crazy? 15. The only unforgivable thing here is to not forgive. 16. I wonder what would happen if everyone suddenly woke up together and realized they'd been living in an invisible prison run by greedy psychopaths. 17. Here is a truth that may take a while to grasp fully, Cali, even though it is the foundation of the human condition. In this world, appearances notwithstanding, there is only choice. 18. Do you ever have the sense you're living someone else's life? 19. By any reasonable definition, the Christian God is an extraterrestrial. And given God's track record of demanding human sacrifices and destroying whole cities, one could make a very strong case we are talking about an extremely malevolent force. 20. The artificial intelligence. This is another term for the archontic hive mind. It is a binary operating system that imitates the many shades of gray characteristic of human intelligence, only to end up a circumscribed parody of it that processes everything strictly in terms of black and white. 21. When one studies the history of terrestrial religions, it soon becomes clear that so-called primitive peoples everywhere shared a belief in the divinity of the earth. In other words, goddess worship was universal, until the dawn of the monotheistic, paternalistic religions. 22. The higher forces that guide our lives are not always gentle, but their intention is ever to instruct. 23. Don't the Illuminati realize they're just pawns in someone else's game? 24. We would do well to ask how people describe themselves. 25. When it doesn't bring out the worst, pressure brings out the best in people. 26. There are certain pivotal moments in life when clarity replaces its opposite in the blink of an eye. 27. The world, you might say, was literally spoken, or rather, sung, into being. 28. Loosh is a hyperdimensional energy given off by the human soul when traumatized. The Archons parasitically feed on it. Think of it as their simulacrum of Kundalini. 29. I detest goodbyes. That is, with people I like. 30. Religions that began worshipping a single male god were an archotic construct holographically inserted into history in order to separate humanity from its spiritual roots in the earth. 31. Remember, the hair that sticks out gets lopped off. 32. By any reasonable definition of the term, the Archons are crazy. 33. Personally, I find God to be a silly word for such unfathomable complexity. 34. It is a basic tenet of the warrior code I live by that people, not technology, are tasked with making the world a better place. Start your free trial today at soulluckman.substack.com. Experience Cali today. soulluckman.substack.com.